reporting live from the Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting. It's day one, it's Friday. There's basically 2 days of events. The Friday event is basically just it's a crazy shopping spree around the same hall in which the actual shareholder meeting will be taking place, which will be tomorrow. And so today is just like shopping around all the different companies that Berkshire Hathaway is a shareholder of, and in most cases an owner, 100% owner of. And so I'm just trying to find my way so I'm not bumping into too many people. So this is how it looks like overall. As you can see, there's a ton of people, and it's quite funny that most of these companies are pretty random businesses, like here, like this one, Oriental Trading. I have no idea what that is, but they are selling some kind of kids play equipment or something like that. And then just around the corner there is a gas trading company, which is a slightly different business. And that's the magic of Berkshire Hathaway, because they have invested in such a diverse set of businesses. And right over here we have some reporting, which I will capture in my report also, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of, let's say, Midwest Americans here, which is a pleasure to see. They're all happy and calm, and a lot of investors and representatives of investment companies also present and participating in this crazy event. And I'm just circulating around this one place, this one shop, which seems to be the most popular one, which is basically like an accessories store with some items holding the Berkshire Hathaway brand. As you can see over there, that's the entrance, and that seems to be the most busy store of all. And I can try to squeeze myself into it, but the line actually that is the queue is so big that it stretches within the store all around it. So there's actually less space for people that are buying something because the majority of the people are already standing in line. So it's all pretty messed up. It's great. So let me just walk around these different places and a little bit of a tell a little bit of a story, as much as I know about these companies. So there's a company, you don't see the name, but it's a fruit and loom, I think. It's basically a fairly popular, or used to be a very popular sportswear producer, just like Nike, just on a smaller scale. Then there is some kitchen equipment business, very random. But the one that I know about a bit more is Geico, which is, it's not the gecko, it's not like the Wall Street guy, but Geico. So as you can see, that one, it's one of the biggest insurance companies in the US. Their advertisements are all over the place. This is the famous Geico, don't know what it is, alien or a frog, one of those, yeah? So that's over there. And so Geico stands for Government Employee Insurance Company, which Warren Buffett invested in. I don't remember exactly when, but that was a long time ago. I think the 60s or the 70s. And I think it was an underperforming business, but they had very good profitability. And so Warren Buffett found it out from his, endless research on the Moody's, stock book, and he went to talk to the director of Geico, and reportedly the meeting went for about 4 hours or so, and the CEO of Geico was so impressed with this at that time young investor Warren Buffett, that they really ended up making a deal. And since then, Berkshire Hathaway has been the owner of Geico. So as you can see, there's a big statue of the weird little frog there. And so that's one story. Here, this is a classic book which I've read, and it's really amazing. So basically, dream big. That's a book about what's now called the 3G Capital company, which is an investment private equity business originated out of Brazil. And so there were three guys in Brazil that basically they're the legendary investors in Brazil that created the biggest and the most aggressive Brazilian investment bank, and it was called, if I'm not mistaken, it was Garantia. It was called Garantia, and then they evolved into basically what they're now as one of the biggest private equity houses, investment businesses in the world. The three guys are all billionaires, and why it's featured in this event over here is because Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway plus the 3G Capital, they co-invested in a deal in which they bought, I have to actually check at the moment, I don't know exactly which beer producer, but I think, I'm not sure, I don't want to lie, but basically they bought out a massive beer production manufacturer, and which is now the third or the second largest beer manufacturer in the world, or producer in the world. And so they did a deal together, so that's why it's kind of featured in the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting as well. So basically, this 2015 is a 50-year anniversary for this whole craziness. And I'm not sure what you can buy here, but it looks like something for sure. Looks like some sort of books or something. Yeah. It's like a special commemorative book about the whole Berkshire Hathaway story. And so the spot is big. It's like an exhibition hall where you can buy stuff. And for those who are in the Berkshire Hathaway story, they know that Mr. Buffett has a sweet tooth, as they say, and he's bought See's Candies, which is again one of the biggest candy chocolate producer in the States. So that's also sweet. Let's put it that way. That's also sweet. And so all around the rest of the area, there's just a lot of companies, and you can buy things. And yeah, so people that are participating in this thing, they're wearing these badges, these passes, as you can see. 50-year celebration of a profitable partnership. For sure, it's fucking profitable. Berkshire Hathaway is a 200 billion revenue business. 200 billion, 194 billion, and they make about 20 billion in net profits every year. Their assets are $500 billion worth, and so it's insane. And the stock that represents Berkshire Hathaway, it's split in two classes. It's A class and B class. Not to go into details, but basically A class is the more premium one, and it costs at the moment something like 216, or I don't know, I need to check on Google, but over $200,000 per share. And the B class, which is the more affordable one, it costs around $150. So that's something that you can buy if you're not necessarily a millionaire. So, and the idea as to why Berkshire Hathaway has held the price of its primary A-class stock so high is as they put it, is that they want to prevent their stock from all kinds of short-term trading, and to keep it away from short-term investors, and by short-term meaning those that buy and sell within a day or so. And of course, a stock of that price cannot be sold so easily. So that's a kind of idea for Berkshire Hathaway and a philosophy that they want only to be associated with long-term investors that have a long-term partnership in mind. And so that's how they sort of motivate those types of investors to become shareholders as opposed to just like short-term traders. So I managed to be fortunate enough to be a B-class shareholder. So I hold a few B-class shares, and that's how I got the pass. So anyone who wants to actually, who's crazy enough to come over here from Latvia, which is a 12 our ride by plane is more than welcome to buy the stock and to therefore become a shareholder and receive the pass. And this is a pretty interesting spot over here. It looks like basically a company that produces boats and produces vans and things like that. I would say upscale ones. And so we can just go around and check this out. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, you can effectively buy more or less anything in the world by being in this exhibition. And this is a cool spot over here. Basically, it's like a speedboat, or at least the saloon of the speedboat that you can jump into. And yeah, that's what it is. So I basically walked all the way across the hall, hopefully captured most of the spots that are out here, and hopefully that kind of gives an essence or tells you what's the vibe out here. And it's pretty positive. It's like a big exhibition hall where you can buy shit and check shit out. And I'll probably do another video where I'm gonna, let's say, speak more concisely about Berkshire Hathaway and also why I am a fan of all this craziness. But I'll just leave that for another video. So this one is just a total impromptu video with no preparation. And here's a cool little feature, basically like mannequins of guys moving as if they're running, in the motion of running. Yeah, sweet shit. All right, and here's a little seat where I'm gonna end my little tour. And on top of me, you can see a poster that says something about reputation, which is one of the Warren Buffett's cornerstones in business, and why he's so successful, because he's very focused and adamant about keeping a triple A level quality reputation, and that's pretty massive in business, and so on and so forth. But I'll come back to you and we'll talk more about this craziness soon. Peace out.